Popularity. Who's popular, who's not? Just the concept makes my teeth hurt. Sometime around 6th or 7th or 8th grade, you will notice that your daughter starts to talk about who's popular and who's not. It seems like it's across culture that there is an in-group and a not in-group. And often our girls are trying to get into the in-group even though we think the in-group may be absolutely obnoxious. If you want to talk to her about the issue of being popular, start by talking to her about what she's really looking for when she's choosing friends. You may suggest to her that one of the favorite things that you look for, the most important, is loyalty. Somebody that you can really trust. Somebody who won't tell your stories to someone else. Someone who won't talk behind your back. Try to help her think in terms of individuals and specific people rather than a whole group. It does help to point out to her that most people don't have a good time when they're in a big group. They rather have a much better time when they have individual conversations with specific people rather than a big group conversation that often is superficial, or it is excluding somebody, or is composed of inside jokes that nobody gets. Help her think about what's going on in that in-group. Here are some things you can say. At about the age that you are right now, most girls find it's harder and harder to find people you're comfortable hanging out with. That's not just you, that's normal at this age. A lot of girls find that their old friends change so much that they can't believe what they're doing, or they can't believe what they're saying, and they're lonely. This isn't you, this is the age, and it's terrible. Being in the popular crowd in 7th or 8th grade actually doesn't matter in the long run. Many times the girls that are super well liked in middle school are not very well liked at all in high school. During these days in middle school, it's actually more important to do something else, and that is to figure out who you are, what you stand for, what you're proud of. A lot of girls will be all focused on being in the right crowd or getting to the right parties or having the right boys like them, but they actually are missing some very important things that have to take place during these years. And that is beginning to figure out what kind of person you want to be, what you're going to be known for, what you're proud of, what your identity is. That sounds awfully corny, but it really comes in handy by the time you hit high school. Actually, the kind of friends you really want to have are attracted to people who know who they are. They're comfortable in their own skin. They know what they're good at. They don't try to please everybody, and if they're not well liked by a particular person, they can handle it. That kind of confidence is what you and I are trying to help you build during these tough years. So please don't freak out if you're not smack in the middle of the popular kids. Chances are good they may not be very nice anyway. I'm Dr. Laurie Williams. If you found this helpful, you may want to visit my website at raisingdaughterstoday.com.